Okay, so I get out of the cabinet, magic, a little magic down there trying to get in the cabinet. I was off to bed and I saw on one of my social media sites a very dear friend of mine asked me to show them how to make pine needle tea. So these are pine needles that a very, very good friend of mine, she's like a sister to me, went out and picked for me, or cut, I assume, maybe picked, off of her pine tree in southeastern Texas. Not southeastern Texas, but eastern Texas. And she identified the tree. You want to identify the tree. The best pine is white pine. You can use any kind of pine, ponderosa, sugar pine. The only ones I have read that you shouldn't use are a cypress pine or a yew. They can be toxic. So anyhow, these are the pine needles. And these were sent to me a week ago. And it took them 9 days to get here, which is ludicrous. But the post office is a little bit of a mess right now. So I'm going to try to do this kind of one-handed. But you're just going to take your pine needles like this, kind of in a line like that, or a bunch of them. And see if I can do this. I've got kitchen scissors, so you want to just cut them up. I'm trying to cut them into this little container, but just cut them up small, you know, about 1 inch long. I got mine a little longer than that, but you get the gist of it, okay? There we go. That's all. You just need a little bit. They smell wonderful. Oh my gosh. Smells so good. And then I put mine, this is my tea strainer. It opens like that. But you can use any kind of tea strainer, and I don't know. You're just gonna put those. I don't know how to use this. Let's see if I can lay that down without my finger being on it and show you. Ah, there we go. But you're just going to pour these or place them inside your tea strainer. And I'm going to do it over here and then I'll show you. So that's what it looks like in the tea strainer, okay? Just close that up. And I have a Keurig, but I just put that down in my cup. And if you're using a tea kettle, just pour hot water over it. I don't have a tea kettle. I need a tea kettle. I should think about buying me a nice tea kettle, but I don't have one. So I have a Keurig coffee pot, and it don't have anything in here, just so you know, but coffee. And then push your button. That's how I get my hot water. I prefer to use this. It's kind of noisy versus a what do you call it? The microwave. I don't like using the microwave. I need to get me a tea kettle. That would be really nice to have a tea kettle. Heat my water. And the nice thing about a tea kettle is if you like more than 1 cup of tea of something, you can just put your tea right in your tea kettle. Your bulk tea, whatever it is. Lemon balm, pine needle tea, dandelion tea. But that's going to run that hot water on there, which you would just pour it on if you had it in a tea kettle. Or if it's if you do it on a microwave, just And then you're gonna stir that around, okay? In there, the light's not in the right place. Now with my little tea strainer, I get a little bit of you can see the stuff floating around in there, and you can see my water is turning green. And then I bought these little things. They're kind of cool. I'm an eBay fan, so I bought these. They're silicone cup. And then I just set that on there like that. And you want to let that steep for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not going to do that trying to show it to you. But then after that steeps for 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll be able to smell that. I probably already can. Oh yeah, it's already smelling like pine. And I'm funny, I drink the pine needles that are in my cup or dandelion, or lemon balm, whatever's floating in my cup. I drink it because it's good for your body. And then, while that's doing that, you can add some honey to it. There you are, that little magic. You better get out of there. Now, I'm going to give you a spanking. You ornery little turd. She is so ornery. And my door is not staying shut. I don't know why. Anyhow, always something, isn't it, guys? So let that steep for about 5 or 10 minutes. The longer it steeps, the more beneficial it is for you, because it's going to get the oils. And that's what you're looking for, is the oils out of the pine needles. Those oils are so beneficial. And without me saying too much about it, some of you know why I do pine needle tea. I'm not going to share that on here because I'll probably get kicked off of YouTube. But another thing that pine needle tea and pine needle oil, if it's food grade, not the essence oils, you can't put essence oils in your body. But you can buy food grade pine oil, and you can actually use it. You could just put a tablespoon of it in there. They also make pine tree pollen supplements, but the pine needle tea, I got my words wrapped around, is very good for the digestive tract. It will just, I have read where people have said it's got rid of their GERD, it's got rid of their burning, all kinds of stuff with the digestive tract, just healed their digestive tract. Now, you want to make sure you check with your doctor before you start using supplements like this to make sure they don't interact with anything, and that it's okay for your body. And, your health practitioner knows more about that than I do. I'm just making suggestions. But pine needle tea, you can actually Google it, and it will tell you what a lot of the benefits are. See how green that's getting? That's because I'm steeping it. And yes, I'm getting my needles in it because my little strainer doesn't close real good, but that's okay. So anyhow, you can take that out. If you don't want the pine needles in there, you can take them out too. Like I said, I don't mind them, and I'm not going to worry about them, and I'll probably just drink them. I am going to put a little dab of organic honey. This is the honey that I have right now. It's really good honey, and it's raw. It hasn't been processed, so it's not a liquid. If you get in there, it's kind of warm right now, but you literally have to, I can't do that with the phone, guys, sorry. But you gotta spoon that out. And it's not easy, but it's worth it. Just a little dab of, there we go. That's what my honey looks like. And I'll put that in there, let that dissolve. And we'll have a taste here in a second. But, yeah. Definitely Google pine needle tea. You can buy pine needle tea, not in bags, online, or probably at your Whole Foods grocery store if you have one. Or what's that other one? Natural Grocers might have pine needle tea. Unless everybody's buying it up. So, alright. Now, let me give it a taste. Oh, it smells delish. Oh, and it tastes so good. There's nothing like homemade herbal tea. And if I would have let that sit another 5 minutes, So, there you go, guys. Pine needle tea. Enjoy it. And I love you guys. Now I will drink my tea and maybe I can go to bed and go to sleep.